Sunday the 16th of August 87. Welcome to Wilderspool Stadium, Warrington, for the pipe opener to the season, the Locker Cup match between Wigan and Warrington. Wigan having won the Sevens Cup last week and due to play Halifax next week, but Warrington, this is the first outing, and the teams for this afternoon's game are Wigan, number 1 Hanson, 2 Stevenson, who settled his differences with the club, 3 Byrne, who's just been signed from Salford, 4 Bell, who's had such a successful close season down under, playing against Australia. Number 5 is Russell, 6 Edwards, 7 Gregory, 8 West, 9 Kiss, 10 Case. In the second row, 11 Goodway, 12 Potter, 13 Hanley, and for this afternoon's game both teams are allowed 4 substitutes, and the Wigan substitutes are 14 Dermot, 15 Wayne, 16 Guildhart and 17 Betts. The Warrington side for this afternoon at number 1 Johnson, number 2 Carpet, number 3 Peters, number 4 Cullen, number 5 Drummond, and appearing at standoff the new signing formerly of Lee and Bradford, John Woods, 7 Holding, 8 Tamati, 9 Roskell, 10 Humphreys, 11 Sanderson, 12 Roberts, 13 McGinty, and the substitutes are 14 Rapati, 15 Lyon, 16 Webb and 17 Knight, and the referee for this afternoon is Mr. Carter of Widnes. And Wigan in the usual cherry and white, kicking off, playing from right to left. David Stevenson starts the game deep to the Warrington line. Warrington now powering forward, coming in strongly. Good break, gets away from Hanley, rolled over just outside his own 25. Warrington forwards now trying to bring the ball away. A strong run by Roberts. Roskill waiting behind to play the ball. A little bit of a tangle and a penalty against Wigan for not getting up quickly enough. Warrington with relief here. Had all the possession so far in this very early stages. John Woods makes no mistake, gets it into touch. 5 or 6 yards inside the Warrington half. Roskill to Holden. Holden moving across onto Tamati. Tamati trying to bash his way through. Roskill again, the distributor behind the play the ball. 3 Wigan players still on the floor as Holden trying to get his line moving to Woods. Sharp pass onto Roberts. Roberts trying to crash through. Taken by the Wigan defenders. Warrington showing a lot of ideas. The ball's been lost. Players dive for it. And the referee blows up and going to give the scrum down, so it's going to be a knock-on. Gregory for Wigan to beat the scrum just inside the Wigan half. And a penalty to Wigan before the scrum's down properly. Referee signalling that Roskill is getting down with a loose arm. So it's Stevenson to kick for touch down the Warrington left wing. A high, good ball, finds touch. Judge marks it right on the 25 line. As Gregory comes over, this is Wigan's first touch of the ball. As West comes steaming into it, and he's stopped dead in his tracks by good solid tackling by the Warrington forwards. Gregory out to Goodway, standing still, a switch of direction to Hanley. Hanley trying to force his way through, he's pounced down. Trying to get up quickly, but he's being held down at the moment. Warrington coming up fast, lying in very close. Long pass onto Edwards. Edwards changing direction, gets his pass in onto Graham West. And Wigan unable to make progress and being pushed back in possession. There's a lot of needle in this game. Wigan kept the ball moving, and there's a penalty for an offence in the tackle on Kiss. Little bit of needle creeping in these very early stages. Warrington were lying up close and coming in very fast. Referee having a word with Kiss, who was tackled, but he wasn't happy about the way he was tackled, and it looks like Wigan could well try to get early points on the board with penalty kick 10 yards in from the touchline, and David Stevenson taking it a few yards outside the Warrington 25. This might be a friendly match, but there's been nothing friendly about the exchanges so far. Both sides going in hard and giving it all they've got. David Stevenson, 3 minutes gone in the first half. Long strides back, little bit round the corner. Lot of noise coming from the Warrington spectators who were down at that end of the ground. He lifts it high and wide and dead. So it'll be a dropout from the Warrington 25. Wigan missed an early chance of getting first blood. John Woods to kick out towards the Wigan right wing. Takes a deep one into the Wigan half, trapped by Wigan. Charging forward, straight in, no guile. Just brute force taking over there. Comes Case taking them on, running sideways, not gaining a lot of ground. Warrington coming in and tackling surely and soundly. Comes out to West, Wigan keeping it tight among the forwards, just bullocking and barging the way forward. Comes to Gregory onto Edwards, doing the run around. Gregory's made the gap. Goodway trying to come through, but Gregory couldn't get the ball through as it came through him on the outside. Kiss waiting behind the play, the ball. Kiss dummying onto Edwards. Edwards drops the ball. Fly kicks it back. It goes to Hampson. That was a bit lucky for Wigan. Wigan playing for the obstruction and the referee not giving it. As Hanley came in very quickly to Marty now. Long pass out onto Peters. Peters coming inside. Wigan covering well. Roskill waiting behind the play, the ball. Out to Holden. Holden coming with it, turning back. Gets it out to Drummond. Drummond trying to come through, taken by Russell. Holden waiting for the play, the ball out to Tamati. Tamati onto Humphreys. Humphreys coming strongly. Good strong run by Humphreys. Brings play into the Wigan half. Roskill to Holden. Holden the long one to Woods. Woods change direction. He's trying to come down the middle and runs into a lot of trouble. Referee signals that's the fifth tackle as Roskill takes it on to Holden. Holden's going to kick. Little bit into no man's land. It bounces awkwardly for Russell. Manages to keep it in play. Coming away from the touchline. Coming in play. Getting away from trouble. Nearly beaten by an awkward bounce. Hampson waiting behind the play, the ball, holding it tight, giving his forwards time to get back and regroup as he goes down with it on the 25 line. Kiss, short one. Potter knocked down to the ground quite easily. It goes out to Edwards. Edwards a little overhead chip. Goodway's up with it quickly. He's not going to get there first. It's fly kick through. Comes back to Wigan, and Wigan have got possession, and they're back to the first tackle. Goes out to Gregory. Gregory running wide, holding it short. One on to Edwards. Edwards is through. Wigan attacking hard down the right wing, and the pass has been knocked down. Referee says play on. Ball went astray at the last minutes. Now it's Warrington. Wigan a little bit at sixes and sevens as it from the broken play. Warrington turned defence very quickly into attack. Just inside their own half, Holding, turning it inside to Humphreys, who can't take it cleanly. Bit of a loose play there, and Wigan have regained possession as Case gets it onto Edwards. Edwards a long pass to Gregory. Gregory trying to get his three quarters moving. Burns trying to force his way through. Warrington hanging on as Gregory gets it onto West. West having to change direction. Runs back into the defence. The strong tackling by these Warrington forwards. It comes out to Gregory, to Edwards. On to Gregory. Gregory dummying. Going down the middle, looking to get Chudovic. Managed to get it on to Edwards. Wigan keeping it moving. It goes to Goodway. Goodway, an inside pass. Wigan getting it moving up to Potter. Potter driving up the 25. And Goodway's been taken out of the game. Actually got shut of the ball. A late tackle has flattened Goodway. Wigan trainer being called on. Touch judge onto the field. Goodway flipped an inside pass. Referee stops the clock. I'm going to take a name. And he's been sin binned. Peters is off. And we'll get 10 minutes in the sin bin with 8 minutes played. Been sent off for a late tackle. And Goodway looking very shaken. Could well be concussion. The way Keith Mills is looking at him. David Stevenson calling for the Sam. Goodway seems to be breathing again. A couple of minutes rest, he'll probably be all right. Tough, hard forward. Wigan taking the time, bringing this sand on. The referee has stopped the clock, so there's no time being gained, but it is giving Goodway that little bit longer to regain his senses. Up on his feet, and David Stevenson with a long kick, 5 or 6 yards in from the left-hand touchline. Second attempt at goal. A hard, tough game for a friendly match. No quarter being asked for and none given. No mercy being shown by either side. Coming in hard. Goodway still receiving attention as Keith Mills now decides he's recuperated, and Stevenson ready to take this penalty into a wildly hooting Warrington crowd of spectators. Stabs at it and he's pulled it badly, way off the target. Not a good effort at all. So both sides still with the defence intact, no points on the board. 9 minutes gone as Woods prepares to drop out again from his own 25. Tries a good long deep one right into the Wigan 25 to Hampson. Hampson dummying, running straight into trouble, goes hard into Holding and Sanderson, and they down him. Wigan trying to come through from acting half-back and not gaining any ground. Now Gregory's up there, going to try and get his team when it comes to Case. Long one to Edwards, onto Hanley. Hanley running wide, and that looked a high one which didn't connect. As Bell goes cross-field, gets it inside, past to West. West having to juggle with it. Going streaking down the middle, inside, well backed up by Case. Onto Case, Case going hard. And that was a good move by Wigan. Good backing up and good handling. Wigan wanting a quick play as Potter moves it out to Gregory. Gregory across, onto Edwards. Edwards onto Bell. Bell trying to bustle his way through. Well taken by McGinty and by Drummond. Russell waiting behind to play the ball. Russell inside to Edwards. Edwards back on to Russell. Russell straightening up. Lets the ball go. Wigan keeping it moving as Edwards coming on to Hanley. Hanley's made the break. On to Gregory. Potter's in the way. Sends a long pass out. Knocked on. Byrne can't take it and Warrington have saved the situation. Wigan, little bit crowded there. Spoil the move. Drummond over on the far wing trying to come through hard. And there's lying on once again. Wigan have been penalised for lying on, and a little blow being struck. Drummond none too happy. Referee having a word with Hanley. Penalty to Warrington just outside their own 25. John Woods to kick down the Wigan right wing. Hoists it high and true into touch. It's a few yards short of the halfway line. Roskill coming up with a tap onto Tomarty. Tomarty running into it. Ball's gone astray and Wigan have it. Hanley running it out, getting away from Roskill, taking it out to the right wing onto Stevenson. Stevenson puts in an overhead kick. This should be covered, but it's well covered. And Stevenson following up well, takes Johnson. And Warrington back in their own 25. They spent a lot of time there. Cullen trying to dance through from the play of the ball, gets it out onto Holding. Long pass comes out onto Drummond. Drummond trying to go around Russell, and Russell gets him at the second attempt. Russell bounces up, and the touch judge's flag has gone up. Said a foot went over the touchline, so we'll scrum down 7 or 8 yards inside the Warrington half. And this is a good, hard, tough game of rugby. Pack's wheeling a bit. Ball's in, coming out the Wigan side, out to Russell, and Russell's missed it, and Wigan are in trouble here. Beautifully picked up by Holding as Russell recovers. Missed the pass, put Warrington into a good attacking position. Roberts going hard for the line, and Wigan in dead trouble. Ball's gone loose, Wigan fly kick at it, and referee's given a penalty. There's trouble between Bell and somebody else. Referee's going to have to sort them out. A lot of feeling and a lot of needle in this game. And Warrington get the first penalty, the first incursion into the Wigan 25 has brought them a very kickable penalty. It's 10 yards in from the touchline, 15 yards out. John Woods, who's a very good kicker, brought it back nearly to the 25 line. 11 yards in from the touchline. Wigan have done all the attacking, and now Warrington sweep down the field, and look, they now have a chance of getting the first points. John Wood stabs at it, and it's in off the post. Warrington then take the lead after 14 minutes. Warrington 2, Wigan 0. Very casual in his approach to that kick, but it hit the inside of the upright. And so, in spite of all the Wigan pressure, it is Warrington who take the lead. Wigan hold them on the 25 line. Wigan forwards piling in, hitting them with everything except the kitchen sink. Now 4 forwards going, trying to hurl Warrington back. Comes out to Holden. Holden, a long wide pass. Warrington coming down the centre. Wood's ankles are taken by Potter. Warrington quick play the ball, getting the ball moving. Holden, a good clever kick. Good kick by, good sound tactical kick by Holden. Pushes Wigan back into their own half, and so it's come down just inside the Wigan half. The referee standing on the narrow side of the field. Front rows having a little bit of heaving and thrutching match as they manoeuvre for advantage. Referee sending him out to the 10-yard line, into the front rows, and Wigan are knocked down. It shoots straight out the side of the scrum. The referee lets it go. Wigan fortunate to have that ball as Hanley moves it on to Edwards. Edwards to Russell. Russell trying to run straight through the Warrington defence, and they stop him with consummate ease. Case moves it out onto Case. Case gains just a yard or so, finding it very difficult to make progress. A good break by Case from behind the play the ball, gains a good 10 yards of ground. Edwards marshalling his team, he gets it out, changing direction onto West. West holding it onto Hanley. Hanley gets it out onto Bell, and Wigan being a bit smothered. Goes out, Hampson hoists the high one, chasing it. Johnson has it covered, takes it cleanly near his own line. Good run by Johnson, good clearing run, and Jedburn tackles him very strong and very hard, stops him dead in his tracks. Warrington now keeping it tight in their own 25. Having to battle the hard way forward. Roberts come charging in. Tamate trying to go through, turns it inside very well. That's good, ball's loose. Wigan are onto it. Kiss quickly out to Gregory. Gregory out to Hanley. Warrington are quickly into the Wigan line to smother the move, and Wigan cannot crack it. That's good tactical defence by Warrington. They moved into the Wigan line. Stevenson now running across field, trying to come through from acting half-back, just laterally gaining no ground at all. Gregory waiting for the play the ball. It's Gregory, it comes. Gregory holding it, bringing Case. Case running hard and straight, but his arms are smothered as he goes down 12 yards out, right in front of the post. Case onto Gregory. Gregory holding it. Short one to Edwards. Edwards having to turn inside. Flattened 10 yards out from the line. Kiss behind the play the ball to Gregory. Gregory changing direct. Gregory's going for the line. Ran powerfully and strongly. Goes down in the 5th tackle. Comes to Kiss. Kiss to Edwards. Edwards lifts the high wall. It's still in the field of play. It's been knocked back. Wigan going for the line and the court in the 6th tackle. Warrington now having to fight the way away from their own try line. Wigan moving in quickly, trying to hold them down there. Tamati trying to come through. Wigan hang on to him. Now it's flung back. Holding dummies. Looked a suspiciously forward pass, but the referees in the Wigan line, trying to keep them back. The requisite distance at the play of the ball. Now Woods kicks behind the Wigan defence, and it's a good kick. Russell going for it, managed to keep it in play. having to go in midfield, but he's on his own. He's in the middle of a wide open desert there. Hampson coming up to back him up. Hampson to Edwards, back onto Hampson. Hampson running cross field. There's a strong line of Warrington shirts right across the field, and there's no way through. A solid wall of defence. And West tries to take him down the middle, turns it inside, and he's lost possession. It wasn't a particularly good pass to... Well, he couldn't take it cleanly. Warrington now piling into Wigan, coming hard, coming forward. Woods waiting at first pass. Woods drops the ball, goes behind him, trying to come down the middle, and he's snatched from behind. Sanderson waiting behind the play. The ball is short one. McGinty can't take it. Holding takes it well and puts in a good kick. Good kick by Holding. That's the second one he's put in. Good sound tactical kicking. Pushes Wigan back into the 25. Pitch looking in wonderful condition, but it's a real one of the few summer's days we've had. It's very hot. The temperature's hot and the game is torrid. Forwards go over, right on the Wigan 25. Gregory to feed. Gregory gets it out onto a Hampson. Hampson sidestepping, making his break, being swung round, wisely hangs onto the ball. Hanley out to Edwards. Edwards holding it, short one. Wigan trying to batter the way through as Potter is flung down to the ground, and he drops the ball as he goes down. The referee right on the spot sees the knock on, so it will be Warrington to field. Halfway between the halfway line and the Wigan 25. And that hard tackle knocked the ball out of the Potter's hand as he hit the deck. Both sides of three-quarters lining up very flat at this scrum, and the feet all over the place, and it's a penalty to Wigan. Referee deciding that it was Warrington's fault that there was no tunnel, and there were feet all over the place in that scrum. Hampson to kick for touchdown, the Warrington right wing. And that's a good kick by Hampson. Case, short one onto Case. Case running out and trying to use his hand off. But Warrington hanged on to him and he has to die with the ball. Goes behind Potter onto West. West is smothered before he can get the ball moving. Kiss again behind the play of the ball to Gregory. Gregory, a long pass, goes rolling along the deck. Bell trying to come down the middle, but there's no gap for him. Gregory running through from acting half-back. Sends a long, wild pass out to Stevenson. All he can do is fall it. Throws the ball inside very sensibly. Byrne picks it up. Byrne moving it inside onto Hampson. Hampson trying to come down the middle. And he's nearly through, and he's suddenly grabbed from behind. Bounce gets his pass in. Wigan moving the ball well, keeping it going. As David Stevenson comes inside, comes onto Potter. Potter onto West. West onto Bell. Bell streaking for the line. As his ankle's taken from under him. That's the fifth tackle. As Andy's going to get caught in the last one. And his pass has been intercepted, gets it onto Johnson, and there's a gap over on the far side, and that ball's gone forward and rolled into touch, and the referee will give the forward pass. But Wigan gave us a treat, a real exhibition there, as they kept that ball moving extremely well. Wigan anxious to keep the ball moving on the sixth tackle, gave the ball to Johnson, who got his line movement. The final pass was forward, and so we're coming down again on the Warrington 25. 22 minutes of this afternoon. The ball shoots out to Gregory, and Gregory gets it out onto Stevenson. Stevenson coming inside. Edwards sees a gap, keeping it moving. Onto Byrne. Byrne holding it, dummying. Gets it out onto Russell. Russell's going to be taken by Drummond. There's no way past him. Byrne coming across, acting half-back to Edwards, onto Bell. Bell holding it, gets it onto Kiss, a short one onto Case. Almost a forward pass, that short pass when it comes onto Edwards. Edwards puts a little overhead kick, but Drummond is there to take it. Drummond coming inside, Potter's in to take him well, and Drummond is caught a yard or so from his own line. Warrington back on their own line, trying to bring it away, and Potter comes in quickly, trying to hold them there. Warrington having to struggle hard to gain these valuable yards of ground. Wigan forwards going in, trying to pin them down. And Wigan penalised for not getting off again. That's the third time they've been done in the tackle for holding the player down, and so this will be relief for Warrington. 5 yards out from their own line, and Roberts is going to need attention. 23 minutes gone. Warrington 2, Wigan 0 in a good, hard, tough tussle. A lot of rivalry between these two teams. We've had some great battles over the last couple of seasons. Warrington had a good run, and then Wigan had a spell. It looks as if Wigan might be making a substitution. Looks like Sean Wayne warming up a good way. Looking as if he might be getting ready to go off. And Wigan bringing good way off and bringing Wayne on when the game stops as Tamati comes powering his way forward, runs into Kiss. Kiss hangs on to him with the help of West. Roskill waiting for the play of the ball. Sends a long one out, and Wigan moving across onto Humphreys. Humphreys still struggling, dragging them with him. They have a job getting him down. Showing a lot of determination, Humphreys, the number 10 blindside prop, moves it into Tamati. Tamati turning it back inside, holding to Woods. Woods having to juggle with the ball, running cross field, running very wide. Decides he's going to go back down the middle, and we're back almost where the last play of the ball was. Roskill to Holding. Short pass onto Tamati, and Tamati onto Johnson, who's snatched out of the air by Bell and Kiss. Roskill waiting behind the play of the ball. Roskill moving the wild pass, come out onto Sanderson. Sanderson coming back into the middle, managed to get his pass into McGinty. Good break by McGinty, coming up the full-back. Almost past him, gets it onto Roskill. Roskill's pass has gone astray. Russell drops on it short of the line. Good attack by Warrington. Failed at just the last minute. Wigan bringing the ball away from behind their own line. Good way, making a run. Wigan keeping it tight in their own 25, trying to get away from their own try line. Getting up very painfully and very slowly. And a wasted tackle by Wigan, only inches gained. Gregory coming up to act in half-back. Gets it on to Edwards. Edwards puts a little overhead kick. He follows it up well. Takes it well. A lovely break by Edwards. Gets it out onto Bell. Bell steaming down the middle. Getting it out onto Russell. Russell coming over the 25 line. Back inside to Bell. Bell back out. Oh, and his pass has got into touch. And that was a tremendous run by Wigan. From inside their own 25, they took play. And good way to 10 yards from the Warrington line. That was entertaining football. Good way being brought off. And Wayne coming on. Good way, very shaken in a very late tackle early on, being brought off. So we'll have Wayne going into the second row. Holding to feed the scrums, coming out to Holding, trying to make a break. Hanley goes across to take him. McGinty made a lovely break a short while ago, send a short pass. Warrington trying to drag the way out of their own 25. Roscoe out to Holding moving across onto Tamati being held on the 25. Good tackle by Wayne, low and hard. Woods now moving it across the field, holding the short pass to McGinty. McGinty gets his pass in, ball's got loose, and the referee says, and there's trouble on the ground. Bell is involved. Melee of players, sad to see this. Touch judges go on to try and sort them out. I think the referee had already penalised Wigan. And Bell is getting the sin bin. So Wigan will be without Bell almost up to half-time. Warrington have had to play 10 minutes without Peters. Now Wigan are going to have to play 10 minutes without Bell. Woods makes no mistake with that one. Gets it into touch. Roskill, Wigan are nowhere near the 10 yards back. The referee sending him further away. Comes on to Holding, to Tamate. Tamate goes ploughing his way forward, and Wigan hang on to him with ease. On to Humphreys and Wigan waiting for him. Wigan not meeting them the way they were. A lot of power at the moment in Warrington. Warrington got the tails up, can be out to take advantage of the man short as Holding, standing still with the ball, trying to bring McGinty down the middle. Ball's gone astray, and the referee, is he going to give him the obstruction that a Warrington player was tackled before he got the ball? Pass in all probability would have been forward. Referee signalling quite graphically that Wigan were obstructing, and this should be an easy kick for John Woods. Warrington leading on the half hour by 2 points to 0 as Woods comes up to take this penalty straight in front of the post. Just inside the 25. Stabs at it, and true enough, it's over. So in spite of the fact that Wigan have had the territorial advantage for most of this game, it's Warrington who have a 4 points to 0 lead. And whenever they get down towards the Wigan 25, they look very menacing, very threatening. A couple of good breaks, one particularly good. Stevenson comes up, kicks an awkward bouncing ball. Johnson just out from his own line, gets away from Stevenson. Warrington keeping the ball moving, coming inside. Edwards is up there with Potter to put Cullen down. Peters trying to bring the ball away from acting halfback. Roscoe moving it across onto Holding. Holding trying to get his line moving, gets it out. On to Sanderson. Sanderson taken just outside his own 25. And there was nearly a gap there, but Wigan stitched it up well at the last minute. Wigan player hurt in that tackle. Case shaken. Wigan under a lot of pressures. The referee signals that's the last tackle. Come to Tamate. Tamate preparing to kick. It's a high, awkward one into the Wigan 25. Russell having to cover back for it. Picks it up cleanly. He has Hanley and Hampson with him. Holding it onto Hanley. Hanley onto Hampson on the touchline, and Hampson trying to get away. Dancing and jinking, being held by Peters. Onto Hanley. Hanley inside to Edwards. Edwards a short one onto Wayne. Wayne coming hard. Gets out of one tackle. Gains a lot of ground. He brings it nearly up to the halfway line. Wigan bunch very badly as it switched direction onto West. West driving forward, takes him over the halfway line. Kiss onto Edwards. Edwards kicks behind the defence, and that's a good kick by Edwards. Bounces and rolls into touch. Saves his forwards, a lot of graft, but it will be Warrington to feed and probably get the ball out. Hanley has gone to centre, so Wigan playing without the loose forward. As Holding comes over, puts the ball in, it's coming out to Holding, making the break from the scrum out to Woods. Woods trying to go, and followed well, read that well. Hampson tackled him well. Johnson out onto Holding, and Warrington trying to come down the middle, and a good strong tackle by Hanley. Warrington keeping it moving as McGinty goes charging forward. Potter's covered across to take him, and the touch judge is on. Oh, trouble over on the far side. Players not keeping the cool. And it's Potter of all people who's getting caution. Went in hard into the tackle. Something must have happened on the blind side of it. We couldn't see. And it's a penalty to Warrington. John Woods down the Wigan right wing. Just short of the halfway line. Onto Tamate. Tamate moving it across. And he's unceremoniously dumped. onto Woods. Woods, the long pass moving it across onto Cullen. Cullen trying to go through. Edwards follows him. Peters waiting for the play of the ball. Inside to Woods. Woods, little overhead kick. This could be dangerous as Hampson comes up. And it looks like Hampson who has it. I think Hampson has won it. John Woods is hanging on to him. Hanley waiting for the play of the ball. Hanley gets it to Gregory. Moved on to Edwards. Across. Onto Byrne. Byrne, a strong handoff. That was a strong handoff by Gerard Byrne. Stevenson behind the play of the ball to Edwards. Edwards holding it. Edwards, there's a lot of cover there. He's been forced back inside, being funneled back in as the Warrington defence moves up quickly. Wigan bogged down at the moment. And it comes to Gregory. Gregory holds. Gregory's dropped it. It goes straight to Tamati. Tamati gets it onto Woods. Quickly out to Peters. Peters dunning to bring it inside. Hanley's across. And Hanley takes him, puts him down just outside the Wigan 25. Drummond inside to Roskell, on to Humphries. Humphries tried to crash his way through, but there's no gap. Nor has he got the power to break those Wigan forwards. Roskell to Woods. Woods holding it. Short one to Tamati, and Tamaty's dropped it. Referee's given the knock-on. Tamati line very close, trying to take a short pass. Couldn't take it cleanly, so it's scrummed down just inside the Wigan 25. Wigan packing the forward short. Referee most of these scrums on the narrow side of the field. Packs all over the place, and another penalty for Wigan. This is the third scrum penalty they've had for the Warrington front row infringing. Warrington getting penalties for Wigan hanging on in the play of the ball, and Wigan getting penalties for Warrington infringing at the scrums. Hampson to kick for touch down the Drummond wicket. Just short of the halfway line. Case coming up. That's Case on his right, and it's Case who takes it. Case taking him on and proving quite a handful. He takes it nearly 10 yards inside the Warrington half. West getting ready to do the same. He's not giving it to him. Long one goes on to Wayne. Wayne trying to kick his way through. Well taken by Humphries. Case changing direction out onto Case. Case giving it to Russell. Russell's hemmed in. Case to Gregory. Gregory holding it. Short one. Edwards is through. Can it? Inside out. Beautiful backflip to Hanley. And Hanley goes over underneath the post. Lovely move between the Wigan's back three triangle of Hanley, Edwards and Gregory. Gregory, beautiful time pass on to Edwards, and Edwards nice backflip inside to level the scores at Wigan 4, Warrington 4. Short one, Edwards is through. Can it? Inside out, beautiful backflip to Hanley, and Hanley goes over underneath the post. A very close game, and the score mirroring the tactics on the field. It's very tight and very close. Wigan having missed 2 penalty kicks, Warrington having kicked both of those, and Stevenson straight kick, but with some he kicks from the touchline and some he misses from underneath the post. About 3 minutes to go of normal time. There have been stoppages in this first half, and David Stevenson puts Wigan into the lead. Wigan 6, Warrington 4. And Bell coming back on. Just about get a minute or 2 in. The end of this half, and the touch judge is sending him back, not letting him on. I didn't think he'd done his 10 minutes. He wanted to come on a little bit too soon as John Woods brings it up to the centre. Bell not happy. Touch judge looking at his watch. Comes to Wigan right on their own try line. Potter driving forward. There's a wall of white, and he's broken through. A great run by Potter. He has Edwards with him if he can see him. Turns it inside. Edwards, and the referee right on top of it says it was a forward pass. Held onto it just that fraction of a second too long. Well, it looked as if there was no way through there for Potter. There was a solid wall of white Warrington jerseys, and Potter was clean through them. Edwards was up with him. Wigan. Now back to full strength. There's nowhere that scrum half could have got that ball in. Comes out to Holden, gets it out to Johnson. Johnson's followed across by Hampson, who puts him down very safely. Onto Tamati. Tamati running across the halfway line. Long past to Woods. Woods trying to get his line moving. And Wigan are in quickly. No ground gain by Warrington as Woods gets it on again to Tamati. Tamati onto Drummond. Drummond, good run inside by Drummond. Very elusive run by Drummond. Gets his pass in. Cullen breaking through. And the ball's gone loose and Wigan have it. Burns quickly onto the loose ball. And there's trouble on the ground there. Players rolling over as Hanley gets it moving onto Hampson. Hampson hanging onto it tight. And there was a wild, wild swing. That could have given him pneumonia. As Carbot took a wild swing there. Hanley driving into them, keeping it tight now in these closing minutes. Wigan with the 2 points to lead. Just on half-time. Out to Edwards. Edwards putting a kick. Goes behind Johnson, pushing them back in the 25. But Johnson has it covered. Running it out now, turning inside. Kiss is in there. Kiss fighting for the ball, but can't get it off Johnson. He hangs on to it for dear life. Warrington now with it in the forwards, and that sound tackling by Wigan on Roberts. Put down very hard. Comes on to Holden. Holden gets a short pass, and it's gone forward. It comes to Wigan onto Russell. Russell turns inside, and he's put down by Peters. Plays it back to Bell. Bell onto Edwards. Edwards holding it. A long pass, a very long pass. Hampson trying to run through. Going to be caught in possession as Woods follows him across the field. Hampson wanted to play it quickly. Stevenson going through from acting half-back. Very close to the touchline. Hampson inside onto Gregory. Gregory juggling with it. Onto Wayne. Wayne's made a break. Can't get his pass. It's gone astray. Tamati has it, and Case and Hanley going to take him. Wigan trying to keep it moving when the ball move wasn't really on, and this game is very fluid, and we're getting good stuff from both sides as Sanderson tries to bustle his way through. Holding. Long pass on to John Woods. John Woods just hands it on. And Warrington, a lot of the fire seemed to have gone out of them. The legs seem to be a bit leaden at the moment. As we come up to half-time. Holding, dumming with it. Roscoe very, very close to him. Referee screams 4. Roscoe inside onto Tamati. Tamati's lost the ball. Wayne picks it up onto Gregory. Gregory going down the middle. Has Hanley with him. He's lost him. Still trying to drag his way. Gets it onto Byrne. Byrne onto Hanley. Hanley's on his own. Trying to beat them. Turns it inside. Edwards is there to pick the loose ball up. And the referee says it's a penalty, that he was offside. Well, Hanley was left out on his own. David Stevenson was somewhere back near the halfway line, couldn't get up with him, and so it's relief for Warrington. We're now playing in injury time in the first half. Warrington with a penalty, 15 yards out, and John Woods, a good safe kick down the Wigan right wing. Fine stuff, 10 yards short of the halfway line. On to Humphreys. Humphreys driving into the Wigan pack, who take him, and there goes the hooter for the end of an extremely good and extremely fiercely fought and entertaining first half, with the score Warrington 4, Wigan 6. And as the players take the field for the second half of this extremely good game of football, I must apologise for having some of the players wrong in the first half, but we've given you them as they were given to us. It's per number. We were given that Peters was 3 and Cullen was 4, and as it turned out, it's Cullen who's playing in number 3 and Peters at number 4. So it was Cullen who was sent to the sin bin in the first half. And we had the numbers wrong for Drummond and Carbot, but it isn't very difficult to distinguish between Drummond and Carbot, so we got that bit right. Warrington, I see, have substitutes coming out. Ropati has come on at number 14, and Lyon has come on at number 15 at full-back instead of Johnson. I'm not quite sure yet whom Ropati has replaced. It could well be Cullen, because Peters is on the field. Woods is on. No, both centres are still on, both Cullen and... Wigan then, in the side their own. And Ropati's come on at hooker in place of Roskill, so we've got them sorted out now. Wigan getting up slowly, acting half-back, Charger coming round quickly, and Wigan bogged down, very slow at the play of the ball. The ball came away very, very slowly. Now, long pass, Wigan decide they're going to kick. Hampson hoists a high ball to Lyon. Lyon takes it well, running it out, going inside. Hanley's up there to take him, and Wigan pushing back. Cullen waiting behind the play of the ball. Coming through from acting half-back, running across field, gains no ground at all, and he's followed by Bell and Kiss. Roskill moves it across the field onto Tamati. Tamati trying to drive his way through, lets the ball go onto Roskill. And there's a gap, and McGinty goes tearing through. Good run by McGinty, well backed up, gets it onto Holden. Holden turns it inside, Peters going for the line, and that's a good try to Warrington right in the opening minutes. Caught Wigan absolutely dead. John Wood, easy kick to take, and he slams it over to make it Wigan 6, Warrington 10. Just 2 minutes of the second half gone. Wigan quick on them. Wigan started off very slowly. They had possession in their own 25 and were slow behind the play of the ball, and then didn't seem to be alert to the situation, to the danger there, as Tamati refused to be tackled and got the ball moving, and McGinty, who made a couple of great runs in the first half, burst through beautifully to set that try up. David Stevenson tries a deep one, it's into the in-goal area. Warrington have it in their own in-goal area, bringing it away almost up to the 25 line, and let him come a long way before Wigan met him. Roskill waiting behind the play of the ball as Ropati was tackled. I think Ropati's come on for Drummond. Warrington now moving the ball across the field. Gregory going in, but Warrington keep the ball moving. It's loose. Gregory has it, I think. Bit of a melee on the floor. Pile of bodies in there. Referee trying to sort out who has it. And it's Wigan's ball as the referee moves back to the Warrington line. Kiss onto Edwards, standing still, just lobs it onto Case. Case turning and twisting, he can't get rid of it. Wigan not looking alert yet in this second half. Kiss onto Wayne. Wayne coming hard forward, a good run by Wayne, looking a little bit better. Kiss to Gregory. Gregory holding it, trying to make a break on his own. Can't get his pass in. On to West. West driving hard to the line, trying to batter his way through. Bulldozing his way, not a lot of skill or guile in that, as Kiss having to reach for the ball, holding it from behind the play of the ball, gets it out. Wigan trying to charge the way over, and David Stevenson it is, who's oh, and the referee's penalised him. I think he said it's 2 movements. Hanley dragging him away, thought he was over. Referee was right on the spot. Wigan spectators at that end of the ground and booing the decision, but the referee was right on top of it. So Wigan are going to have to fight again as John Woods gets it into touch. Roskill with the tap onto Humphreys. Humphreys running into the two Wigan props. Roskill again behind to Marty's back. Warrington now moving the ball. One of a big overlap as he straight down the right wing, bringing him inside. Up to Rapati. Rapati's taken on the halfway line. Wigan covered across well. Moving it across the line, holding a long pass. Gone to Humphreys. Byrne hanging on to him. Kiss coming in to try and help him, and Humphreys still dragging them with him. There's a lot of fire in the Warrington bellies at the moment. As Sanderson comes up behind the play of the ball, onto Holden. Holden hanging onto the ball, bringing it inside to McGinty, and this time he's well taken by Case. Roskill switching it to Holden. Holden inside in what looked a suspiciously forward pass, and that looked like another forward pass, and Roskill's over under the post. Well, I thought there were two very suspiciously forward passes there, but Warrington were backing up well, and Warrington go into a 14 points to 6 lead. Well, from Wigan almost scoring at the other end, Warrington have swept down the field, and this could well give them a 10 points lead as John Wood sets it up in front of the post. 6 minutes of the second half gone. Warrington with 2 converted tries, making it now Warrington 16, Wigan 6, and Warrington looking a lot more alert than Wigan. Wigan going to make 2 substitutions. Potter's coming off, and Kiss coming off, and Tomatis coming off. So we'll not know where we are with these players before long, as we're having mass substitutions. Dermot coming on, and I would think well, Wigan take the short one. Hanley's chasing it up, ball's loose. And it's Kiss who gets it. Case who gets it. Wigan play it quickly out onto Gregory. Gregory holding it, trying to make a break. Followed by Cullen and put down. Edwards. Edwards running it. Short pass onto one of our substitutes who tries to batter his way forward. Gregory onto Edwards. Back onto Gregory. Gregory ducking under a tackle and the ball's gone loose. Bit of niddling going on in the tackle. And Gregory lost the ball, whipped up out of his hands, so Warrington have it 10 yards out from their own line. Forwards trying to drive the way out of trouble. Holding, moving the ball across the line. Byrne comes in with Hanley to put down McGinty. John Woods moves it inside to Holding. Holding changing direction. Byrne takes him, swings him round. Carbett coming in to act in half-back. Carbett having a run on his own, gets nowhere at all. The referee signals that 5 tackles have gone. As Roskill comes up, flings it back to John Woods, and it bounces off a Wigan player and over the in-goal, in the in-goal area, and it's fly kick dead. A bit of panic there by Humphreys. So it would be a dropout. He'd all the time in the world and no Wigan player anywhere near him, and he just belted away at it. So it'll be a dropout from under the Wigan post. Lyon lobs the ball across onto John Wood. Tries a deep one. Hampson on the halfway line onto Hanley. Hanley going down the middle. There's plenty cover there. And there's a high tackle. High tackle on Hanley, right in front of the post, 30 yards out. Not a very vicious one, it just flattened him, but he's not hurt. And David Stevenson going to kick for goal. About 8 minutes of the first half gone. Sand being brought on. And And Gildart has come on into the forwards, substituting Joel Ladd. Dermot's come on for Kiss. Gildart on for Potter. Straight kick, he should kick these, man of his talents, but he's already missed 2 kicks, somewhat more difficult. Stabs at it, and it's over. 16 points to 8 then, Wigan 8 points behind. 10 minutes of the second half gone, still anybody's game, I suppose. John Woods prepares to kick off. High one into 25, Hampson so good at taking these high balls. Bringing Stevenson down the middle, but he doesn't get very far. There's some good solid tackling by Warrington. Dermot behind the play, the ball, decides he's going to have a run on his own. Andy Gregory coming up to act in half back to Graham West. Graham West going forward, ploughing his way. Dermot to Edwards. Edwards holding it, running wide. Bringing Byrne inside. Byrne's well covered. Dermot out to Edwards. Edwards a little overhead kick. He's so good at this. Ball's been dropped on by Wigan, and the referee says it's 6 tackles. Woods plays it back to Holden. Holden running across field. Wastes the tackle as Gildart takes him. Woods waiting behind the play, the ball. Moves it inside onto a substitute. Big strong lad. No number on his jersey, so I'm not sure who he is. Roscoe to Woods. Woods trying to get his backs moving. And there's a big gap as McGinty goes tearing through again. He's had a great game, a tremendous run. Caught from behind, and there's knock on, and Wigan have got the loose ball. But McGinty several times this afternoon split Wigan wide open, made some tremendous loose forward runs. Wigan trying to bring the ball away from Acton Harbour and are not at all organised at the moment. As Gildart dragging his way forward. Comes to Gregory, Gregory to Edwards, Edwards to Bell, Bell on to Hanley, Hanley, and Wigan not gained any ground yet as Hanley comes forward. Still not up to the 25 line. Back to Byrne, Byrne inside to Bell, on to West. West trying to batter his way through the forwards, goes down in the 5th tackle. Dermot's up onto Gregory. Gregory puts a little grubber kick, fly kicking at it, it's still loose. Gregory gets it, onto Bell, onto the substitute, onto Wigan getting it moving, and there's a wild pass gone astray as Dermot threw out a shocking pass, and it rolls into touch. Well, Andy Gregory had to fight hard for that ball after his little grubber kick. A little bit of thrutching and heaving going on, and eventually he managed to get it, and Dermot ran wide and threw out an extremely wild pass, so it'll be Holden to put the ball into the scrum. Holden feeds, backs wheeling all over the place. Holden nearly made a break past Gregory, but Hanley breaking fast, managed to take him. Warrington just inside their own half. Wayne coming in hard into the tackle. Wood moving the ball across. And Warrington hanging on to it. Roscoe moving it across field. There's an overlap here. They come inside and Wigan have missed the man and into touch. Cullen forced into touch as they came down this left wing. Wigan to feed the scrum. The referee once again standing on the narrow side. They're wanting them out 10 yards from the touchline. They tend to wheel over to the side where the referee's standing, and Wigan not down properly. Dermot said not in, as the pack wheels all over the place. And now Roscoe's not in. And the pack are going to be over the touchline any minute now. Wigan have been given the penalty. Warrington given away a lot of penalties at the tight scrums. Stevenson will kick for touch. Down the Warrington left wing. Touch judge marks it just short of the halfway line. Dermot. Short one to Case. Case on his own. Ball tucked under his jersey. No intention at all of passing. Just taking them on. Dragging them in. As Dermot gives it on to West. West going forward. Gains a lot and he's lost the ball. Ball still loose. Wigan pick it up. The referee will give the knock on. Rather weary looking West getting up. And another substitution being made. Roberts is coming off. And Knight has come on into the second row. Long pass out to Woods. Woods trying to come through on his own. Still keeping the ball moving as they funnel him back inside. Funnel hold him back in. Woods behind the play the ball. And they get it moving on to McGinty. Wigan following him. Bell takes him. Warrington just inside their own half. McGinty plays the ball. Webb comes driving in hard. And Wigan have taken the ball off him. Wayne won it. On to Hanley. Hanley holding it. On to Byrne. Byrne trying to get round them. Knocks off one. Byrne still going. And there's battling going on. Players having to be pulled off. Referee blows up to stop the game. Players piling in, trying to stop. The two are on the ground. Trying to drag them off each other like Kilkenny cats on the floor. Scratching away. About 18 minutes of the second half gone, and it's a penalty to Wigan with the score Wigan 8, Warrington 16. I think Gregory's complaining that Wigan have lost a lot of ground. Wigan going to bring West off. Wigan found touch. On the 25 line, West coming hard onto it. This could well be his last run. Dies with the ball just inside Warrington 25. Gregory to Wayne. Wayne the switch. Wigan on to Edwards. Edwards on to Bell. Bell going hard down the middle. Nice move by Wigan. Bit complicated, bit slow behind the play of the ball. Warrington were lying in. Gregory decides he's going to go on his own, and his arms are smothered. And they pile in on top of him to make sure he doesn't get it moving. Dermot going to be in trouble for pulling up players. And Gregory not getting up. He suffered a little bit in the tattle there. Plays it to Dermot. Dermot on to Case. Case running hard forward. Back inside. And Wigan are smothered by Knight as he comes in hard into the tattle. And it's Bell who's not getting up. Bell's looking injured as he got hurt in that tattle. Wigan again working the switch onto Hanley. Hanley trying to go down the middle, gets it out onto Gildart. Gildart trying to push his way through. And Wigan are held in the fifth tattle. Comes on to Gregory. Gregory hoists a high one into the in-goal area. And it's knocked dead by Warrington, so it'll be a drop out from under the post. Nicely placed kick by Gregory. 8 points in it as Warrington prepare to drop out from underneath their own post. Wigan trying to make a substitution. And Betts has come on. As an awkward grubber kick comes into the Wigan, nearly up to the halfway line. Bell running at them, not going to get through that tackling. Dermot waiting for the play of the ball. Wigan charging forward. A lot of players with no numbers on the backs now as it comes on to Edwards. Edwards having a run on his own, flicks it inside onto Wayne. Edwards wanting to direct operations here, going behind the play of the ball. Gets a long one to Gregory, which he can't take cleanly, but Wigan covering. And Gildart is caught in possession. Wigan lost ground. The move wasn't practiced right. Onto Gregory. Gregory puts the grubber kick in, which is covered by Carbot. Carbot running it out, coming inside. Gets away from Stevenson. Strong run by Carbot. Peters waiting for the play of the ball. Peters turns it inside onto Knight. Knight trying to drive forward. Roskill waiting behind the play of the ball onto Woods. Woods a long pass. Lyon gets a good move in. There's a gap in the Wigan defence. Has let this streak over the halfway line, and Cullen is beautifully tackled, clean round the ankles. Ball's been played and there's nobody there. Hampson annoyed that Wigan won't follow in that as Warrington now start to turn it on, and Bell goes into the tackle. Woods behind the play of the ball, onto Holding. Holding going down the middle, onto Woods, and Woods has made the break. Trouble for Wigan as Peters goes over. And it scored the try. Good try to Warrington. Warrington 20, Wigan 8. 22 points to 8 as John Wood slots that one over. Touch judge having a word with the referee. Well, this is the way last season started, with Warrington licking Wigan. Well picked up in their own in-goal area. Warrington with the tails up now, driving up to their own 25. Goes on to Knight. Knight being taken by Dermott. Comes to Holding. Holding short pass. Ball's gone loose, been dropped in the tackle. Referee says we'll have a scrum down. Gregory to feed the scrum when the referee lets him get down. It's coming out to Gregory to switch with Edwards, who's lost Bell. Edwards decided he's going to go on his own, and he's smothered. Comes to Hampson. Hampson doing the run around with Russell, and Russell bounced down on the 25 line, and all the Wigan team are on this side of the field as it comes out onto Gregory. Gregory, short one. Ball's gone loose and Warrington have it. Pass that wasn't really well timed. Case couldn't take it. A big gap over on the far side of the field as Bell goes in. Hangs on, can't take his man. Warrington running strongly, ball's gone loose. Still on the ground, and Wigan have got, as the referee says it's a knock-on. Very difficult to see who has it. Wigan player gets up with the ball, the referee reckons it's been knocked on. And it will be Holden to put the ball into the pack. The referee going to get sandwiched if he's not careful, as the forwards back off, and then in they go hard, and that was in quickly, and he's coming out to Holden. Moves it across onto Cullen. Cullen taken by Hanley. Holden running through from acting half-back, running very wide. Edwards funneling Edwards. Woods back down the middle, and there's a late tackle. A Warrington player flattened. Could be another sin bin here. Player's absolutely flat on his back. We're going to need powerful holy water to bring that one round. We'll have a headache in the morning. "25 minutes gone, Wigan well behind, Wigan 8, Warrington 22, and they've scored some great tries. And it's Gregory being called over, and Hanley having a word with him. And Gregory is off. Tap penalty taken. Warrington charging forward. Peters going inside. He's dropped the ball. Couldn't hang on to it. Dropped it, trying to pass the ball in the tackle. Wigan going to have to reorganise the team. Edwards going to scrum half and Hanley going to stand off. Both with experience in that position. Balls in, a penalty again in the scrums. Warrington once more penalised for incorrect scrummaging. Feet up. And David Stevenson bangs it into touch. Dermot to Edwards. Edwards to Case. Case taking them on. Not very effectively. Edwards moving it across onto Wayne. Wayne puts his head down, tries to duck through the tackles. Warrington defending well. Comes out to Edwards. Edwards doing the run around. Dermot going round in circles, gaining no ground. Edwards onto Bell. Bell going back into the middle. Bell's made a break. It's through the gap, trying to go down the centre. Onto Case. Case moves it out onto Russell. Russell trying to go around his man. Gets him back inside. Onto Hanley. Hanley showing them the ball and dives with it 20 yards out. Comes to Edwards. Edwards a long one to Bell. Bell on to Stevenson, who's gone into the middle. Stevenson knocked down. Put down in the fifth tackle. Comes on to Edwards. Edwards on to Hampson. Hampson kicks a high one. Fighting for it. The ball's going to roll into touch. Just 10 yards short of the line. Looks as if Tomate is going to come back onto the field. Warrington player Sanderson going off. And Tomate coming back on. Edwards to feed. Comes out to Edwards. Referee wants it in again. Come out at the side of the tunnel. Wheeling ever closer to the touchline. And it's very, very untidy scrummaging. Holcombe, Warrington win one against the head. Carbett trying to make a break. His kick has been charged down. And I think Wigan have lost the ball as well. And referee's giving the penalty. Wigan take a quick tap and they get another penalty. Warrington hadn't gone back to 10. Needle creeping in again. And now it's Hampson with the big headache. He got well and truly sloshed in that tackle. Wigan right in front of the post. Hanley on to Edwards. Edwards out onto Stevenson, who's on his own. Turns it inside to Byrne. Byrne trying to... And he's lost the ball as well. And there's going to be a chase as it comes out onto Carbett. Carbett going back inside. And he's flattened by Dermot, by Hampson. Good tackle by Hampson. Tomate, and Wigan a stretch, but Knight decides he's going to come down the middle. Gives Wigan time to regroup. Sort out the defence. Roskell comes over. Out to Woods. Woods a wild pass which rolls along the ground. Warrington move it back inside and Edwards can't take it. Nearly came into his hand and Warrington have regained possession. Referee signalling back to on. Woods plays the ball to himself. Roskell waiting behind to play the ball. About 10 minutes to go as Warrington try to come down the middle. Woods, long pass out onto Humphreys. Humphreys trying to come straight down. Wayne hanging on to him. Roskell to Holden. Holden hanging on the ball, puts a grubber kick in. Hampson managed to keep it in play near his own line. He's on his own as Holden chases him. Gets away from Holden. Could set them up here. She gets it out. Dummies tries to go through on his own. Inside, and Edwards can't take it. Oh dear, and that was a great run by Hampson. And Edwards handling at fault. There was nothing wrong with the pass, and the pitch was wide open. We could have seen a spectacular run. Edwards couldn't take the pass, and so we scrum down 10 yards outside the Wigan 25. Holding to feed. Backs facing the touchline as the referee goes over. And it's Wigan who are penalised. Holding takes it quickly, and Woods says an outrageous dummy. Lovely try by Woods. Caught Wigan napping. A great try by John Woods. Holding had the intelligence to take the penalty quickly. John Woods, when there was a gap a mile wide, and Woods floats over in front of the post, making it now Warrington 26, Wigan 8. Backs facing the touchline as the referee goes over. And it's Wigan who are penalised. Holding takes it quickly, and Woods says an outrageous dummy. Lovely try by Woods. Caught Wigan napping. A great try by John Woods. John Woods, easy kick. Makes it 28-8. Warrington with an unassailable 20 points lead here. Wigan not in the hunt at all. Bit of a rout this. A performance that Wigan will not be at all happy with. Completely gone to pieces in the second half. David Stevenson. Warrington inside their own 25. Wigan pinch the ball, whipped inside. Onto Hanley, Hanley going for the line. Onto Edwards, and Edwards is snatched out of the air by Cullen. Byrne coming up to behind to play the ball. Byrne gets it out. Wigan trying to dance away through, and a knockdown quite easily. Dermott coming over to the play the ball. Dermott to Edwards. Edwards holding it. Long pass. Wigan being forced back into the middle. Hampson. Pass has been knocked down, and that will be a knock-on. Holding intelligently got into the Wigan line now. It made it impossible for Hampson to pass that ball out. So it'll be Wigan to feed, and McGuinty is going to be brought off. He's had a great game, McGuinty, limping badly at the moment. Edwards shoots straight out the side of the tunnel. Got to go in again. Ball kicked straight out. Gregory coming back on. Gregory's 10 minutes up. On the touchline. Eager to get back into the fray. Having done his 10-minute sin bin. And it's another scrum penalty to Wigan. Edwards takes it quickly to Hanley. Hanley switching direction to Hampson. Hampson going through, trying to go on his own, trying to do a little too much. He had Bell with him, he wouldn't let the ball go. Bell behind the play the ball. Lobs it inside to Edwards, back onto Bell. Bell's through, it's going for the line. Tremendous run by Bell, bit late in the game, goes under the post to make it now Wigan 12, reducing the deficit. Bell straight through, running powerfully and hard down the middle. Wigan 12, Warrington 28. Wigan 14. Easy kick. And Gregory comes back up. So a little bit of booing from the Warrington spectators. Not worry, Gregory. John Woods. Ball about a yard away from the centre of the field as he kicks off. Short one. Wigan on their own 25, running in field. No power in the run. Warrington coming strongly into the defence. Dermot onto Case. Case going forward, his shoulder in, met by three forwards. To Gregory. Gregory going down the middle, puts a little Grubbery kick in. Edwards is up there, bounces away from him, and Lyons falls on it. An unfortunate veering of the bounce at the last second. Edwards was well up on that little kick. Holding, waiting for the play of the ball. Onto Tamati around the close side. Gregory's in, and Byrne. Roskill behind the play of the ball to Holden. Holden moving across. John Woods a long pass. And Wigan had moved up very quickly to force Peters back into the centre. Woods waiting behind the play of the ball. There's a little switch of direction onto Holding. Holding the long pass out to Carbett on the wing. Carbett dumming, running in field, runs into Gregory. Roskill to Holding. Holding turning it back inside onto Webb. Webb's caught in the fifth tackle. Roskill whips it back onto Lyon. Lyon hoists a high one. Straight to Hampson at full-back. Little juggle with it, but he holds it. Decides he's going to go on his own. He makes a good run. Powerful run by Hampson. Gains him a lot of ground. Gets it onto Case. Case looking for support. Carrying Peters with him on his back. Byrne waiting for the play of the ball. Byrne inside to Gregory. Gregory moving it across to Edwards, to Hanley. Hanley a short pass. And he's snuffed out as he's receiving the ball. I think it's Betts. Dermot onto Edwards, a quick one. Bell gets it out onto Russell. Russell with a run for the line. Gets away from Lyon inside, and Bell's going to get another try onto Dermot it is, who's backed up. And Dermot's over underneath the posts, making the score a little more respectable now for Wigan. Wigan 18. David Stevenson brings it up to the 20 mark. Wigan 20, Warrington 28. Dying minutes now of this game as Warrington amble back up to the halfway line. Content with their 8 points lead. John Woods bringing it up. John Woods then, short one. Gregory's there to take it. Whips it inside onto Hampson. Hampson dumming to give it to Bell, running very wide. Taken by a good tackle by Peters. David Stevenson turns it inside. Wigan trying to keep it moving. Wigan held on the 25 line. Comes to Gregory. Gregory dummying with it. Onto Edwards, who has to go back for it. Edwards flirts the ball on. Wigan trying to keep it moving. As Bell, Wigan caught, Dermot caught, coming inside. Bell moves it across. Wayne taking them on, trying to come down the middle. Bell attacked in half-back, got Gregory and Edwards very close to him. Comes to Gregory. Gregory changing direction. Good break by Gregory. Managed keeping the ball moving. Wigan trying to get it out to the left wing onto Russell. Russell being well tackled in the fifth tackle. Dermot coming over. Dermot. Decided he's going to go on his own. He's going to get caught in the sixth tackle. He'll have to hand the ball over. Webb coming through from acting half-back. Very big, strong forward. Roskill coming up to the acting half-back position. And he decides he's going to have a little run, doesn't get very far. Game beginning to peter out a little bit now, both sides looking rather weary. A holding, turning, going back inside, he's buried under the Wigan defence. John Woods waiting for the play of the ball. Out to Tomati, Tomati dumbing, coming out the inside, trying to get his Spanish, lost the ball, and Wigan have it. David Stevenson going across field to get in the play as it goes to Edwards. Bell onto David Stevenson, trying to crash his way down the middle, had to juggle with the ball as he was receiving it. And then referee saying get on with it, as Gregory holding the ball, turning it back inside. Case onto Bell, Bell dummies, gets it out onto Dermot. Dermot back inside, Wigan still have it, going down the field, being backed up. Hampson comes it. I don't know if he kicked it or dropped it, but it's been covered by Peters, and Warrington have it 10 yards out from their own line. But Wigan move the ball well down the field. Peters a bit slow getting to his feet. Son, and that hard tackling taking its toll in this game. We now go into injury time. Warrington with the 8-point lead, keeping it tight in the forwards in their own 25. Now it's Knight trying to drive forward, bringing it outside his 25. John Woods waiting behind the play of the ball. We're going to touch it, so we'll be back to one. Come through, and Edwards trying to smother them. There goes the hooter. Warrington have won the Locker Cup, the opening game of the season. A well-deserved win. Wigan 20, Warrington 28. And so we get a repeat of the start of last season. Wigan having won the Sevens last week, but unable to wrest the cup from Warrington. This is your commentator, John McDermott, hoping you've enjoyed the film coming to you from Micron Electric of Kidlow Lane, Wigan.